what's up, everyone? It's Stella Carter here. I just got done with the Thiccness protection program. It's time for you to come get down with the thickness.
And you say Shot City?
Following is intended for mature audiences. Viewer discretion is advised.
We want thickness.
She say she feel me like some friend, like come around, she wag her tail, gripping on her ponytail. That's your girl, I couldn't tell. Clicky smoke inside the cell, smoking's all I couldn't tell. I be smoking by myself, nah, I don't need no help. But shawty, you could help. Let's drop a couple tabs, come on shawty, let's excel. Dripping acid in the L, sipping on the holy grail. We smoking on some gas, you can tell just by the smell.
What is up, everybody? You are now tuned into the Thiccness Protection Program. This is the podcast celebrating body positivity for the adult content creator community. And if you don't already know, I am the Thiccness Pro.
I love it.
I got the lovely Stella Carter in the house, finally.
Hi.
We are at Chicago Exxotica. Weekend is winding down.
We're wrapping it up, wrapping
Cheers.
it up.
Pardon the interruption, protectors, but this is Pimpin' Palm, the Mac and Memoji. And before we go any further in this interview, I'm gonna need you to click that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on your notification bell. And if you're listening on Spotify, make sure you are following the podcast. And please leave a rating before you get up on out of here. Now back to the Thiccness Protection Program. Pimpin' Palm, the Mac and Memoji. You dig?
We want thickness.
Great to hang with you finally. Okay, so first of all,
Thank you for having me.
oh, thank you for being here.
Absolutely.
With your name, Stella Carter, why do you sound like one of Jay-Z and Beyonce's kids?
Okay, like, to be fair, now that I would rather be, like, known as, like, Mrs. Carter, like, Lil Wayne.
Yeah. That reminds me of that the song.
was-
Speaking of collabs, because I come from the music industry, and
Yeah.
everybody out here is like collab this, collab that. I'm like, that reminds me of one of my favorite collabs, the song "Mr. Carter."
Hell
from the
yeah.
Carter 3 with Jay-Z
Exactly.
and Lil Wayne.
Two Carters, you know?
Carters.
Yeah, I'm the love child of that song.
Other than yourself, what's your favorite Carter? Is it Nick? Is it Aaron? Rest in peace. Wayne, Jigga.
Oh,
Who is
Aaron
it?
Carter was my first CD that I purchased with my own money when I was like 7, 8 years old. So I would say Aaron for sure.
For sure. Okay.
You know?
Now, when we were walking around the convention on Friday night and
Yeah.
kind of hanging out, digging the scene, you told me a little bit about your ethnic background.
Yeah.
Can you tell the people?
I could tell the people, yes, I'm Libyan and Italian, which is, Libya, if you don't know, not to be confused with Lebanon. It's next to Egypt.
Yeah, North Africa.
So, yeah, there you go. Okay,
Yeah, so she
He
black,
knows his
right?
geography.
Because I swore on everything you were Latina just looking at your
Yeah.
pictures, but then talking
And
to you,
I
I'm
get
like,
even,
you don't have an accent.
the like the spice to me, right? I know.
It's a spice, but you're unique to your own.
It's a Jersey in me.
Jersey and you.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's where you were born and raised?
Born in New York, raised in Jersey, but my parents would like take me to the city every weekend, so I really spent a lot of time there. It was where I liked hanging out, so ended up moving there after.
East
high
Coast
school.
girl.
Yeah,
Uptown.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
after
yeah.
high school. So you graduated high school?
Oh, for sure.
Did you
Went
get
to
any
college, yeah.
education after that? And you went to college, okay.
Yeah.
How was that?
I mean, it was college, but I mean, I'm proud of myself. I'm glad I did it.
Where'd you go? What'd you study?
Montclair State. I studied music education and American literature.
No kidding. Music education and American literature.
Yeah,
That's
I wanted
a good
to be a
mix
chorus
right there.
teacher.
A chorus teacher. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I had a great chorus teacher in high school.
Do, re, mi, fa, sol, latino.
Right.
That type of vibe. All right. Okay. Prior to you getting into the industry, you said you've been in a decade now, 28 years old, but you started at 18.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. So
Like the day I got my 18-year-old ID, straight on MyFreeCams. That was like the first thing I did.
really?
And then like straight on Sexy Jobs. Yeah.
So you were already like looking at porn and stuff as
Oh
a teen
yeah,
and all
when
that.
I was 13, yeah, like this is like the story that like people like I always
Break it
tell.
on down.
When I was like 13, I would like watch a lot of like YouTube videos, and the Tyra Banks show happened to be like going on at that time. So like I remember like there being one with Sasha Grey, and I just stumbled upon it. Like I really wasn't looking at porn at the time. but like I watched the one with Sasha Grey because I was like interested and intrigued. So it basically like, she said like in her first scene like Rocco Siffredi punched her in the stomach and I was like, "Oh, that's fucking dope." Like she asked for it. So I was like, "That's so cool," And like they're all like shaming her. They're like, "Oh, what you do? Like, like you're a prostitute." Like they're she's, like just tearing her a new one. Like they got Spiegler there. They're like, "That's your pimp." And it was really fucked up, But yeah, after that I was like, I want to be like her. You know?
Really? So you wanted to
Yeah.
be this person that they were, by today's standard, slut shaming.
Yes, because she was only 18 at the time. And it just like seemed like she was the way she carried herself and like loved, like was just like, I love what I do. I was like, that's really cool to me, Let me see what that's all about.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. So she owned whatever they were sticking
owned
to her.
it. Yes, owned it, stuck to it. And then I started to like, see like her work and like she's just, she's iconic,
So you started off on MyFreeCams.
Uh-huh.
As a very young lady at the time, were your parents or your family aware of this?
No, not at all.
No. So you kept it on the hush hush.
Yeah.
Is it something they're aware of now? Mm-hmm. Okay. How did that go over breaking the news?
I didn't break it.
Oh shit! They found out.
Yeah.
How'd that
It's
happen?
inevitable. I don't know. Somebody emailed it to my dad.
And
And
how was how was Pop's reaction?
I get the voice. Well, he's real strict, so.
Is your dad the Libyan one or the Italian
Yeah.
one? Okay.
Yeah, he was born in Libya, raised in Rome. So, he's fluent in Arabic and Italian. And so he's pretty dope and, like, kind of has the vibe from, like, both. So that's where. And then my mom's 100% Italian. So I grew up with, like, that very old school, old fashioned, home. So.
I see. Okay.
Yeah.
Were you accepted from then on, or was it? Oh, okay.
No.
Is it still tough?
Still tough, yeah.
Ah, geez. Okay. Well, have you been able to find like a community within like the other creators you work with?
Oh, for sure.
Good.
For sure.
That's
And I'm
what I
so
like to hear.
grateful for them. We're all important to each other, I think that being in an industry as hard as this one, because I would say this is like pretty hard work at the end of the day, it's extremely asking, if you will. And physically, mentally, emotionally, it fucks with relationships. It fucks with, so many things. So, with that being said, it's great to be in a space where we all know and kind of understand each other and all could, give that like invisible like circle.
Yeah, exactly. You can all kind of like huddle up with one
Yeah,
another.
for sure.
Dig it. Okay. Now, from doing the MyFreeCam stuff, this predates OnlyFans. How did you work your way up to hardcore?
I got us on the forum Sexy Jobs, which is like basically like
That's a cute name, Sexy Jobs.
yeah, it's like a forum to find like adult work. So I was still like nervous about like being like thrown completely on the internet. So I started to do like private collection, which is literally just going to like meet a guy in the hotel room with a camera and getting paid like probably better than industry standard rates. Like because
see.
they just want it for themselves. They're cheating on their wife. So they have to
Really?
be tested, and like I would have to get tested as well, and then they get to keep the content. Yeah, luckily I was pretty brave for doing that at such a young age, like going to meet like these strange men in hotels and letting them film me.
Yeah. Does that fall under the category of escorting?
I mean, like if you want to get technical, I guess, yeah, because I mean, I don't know where these videos are. Like,
Right.
I don't know where they are. So
So you
I
can just
mean,
be with a camera phone, even like I got, or like a camcorder, and then just
which it was, yeah, mostly camcorder, tripod.
yeah.
And then, I'm just getting fucked and then given, couple grand in an envelope.
Dope. Okay.
Yeah, and then,
I don't know if I should have responded that way, but that does.
I mean,
I'm
at
just
the time,
thinking,
at the time,
the
not
video
knowing-
editing nerd in me is just thinking of like the camcorder aesthetics and
Oh,
just you
so
being like
corny.
in the New York, New Jersey area,
And the
just kind of being
camera's
like
just like sitting. The
on some
camcorder's
ghetto
just
Grand
sitting
Theft
there.
Auto 3 vibes.
Oh my
like,
god, yeah, very
yeah.
much so, very much,
Yeah.
100%.
This is grimy New York shit.
Grimy, yeah,
Yeah.
but you know what?
It's like
I
you
did
started
get to
rapping
go
with
in,
the
like, some
motherfucker and then
really
it turns
nice
into like
hotels.
Smack DVD.
Yeah, right.
Oh, you got to try some nice
yeah,
hotels.
they were. You know, because sometimes they'd be people on business trips and they'd be just in town for
Yeah.
business, and they'd be staying at like the W and like, just like the Mark, and I'm going in there to like literally make this money, thinking I'm making a porn that no one's ever gonna see, when in reality, it's just some dude probably cheating on his wife and wants to jerk off to himself, fucking on camera.
I'm gonna make my own porno. Stella Carter, where you at?
Right.
All right, cool. So, Chicago Exxotica. This convention in particular means a lot to you, doesn't it?
I love Chicago Exxxotica. I do.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. What is it specifically about this event in this city that is in your heart?
I would have to, it's just always a good time. It's always a good time. Great convention center. You don't really run into too many issues here when it comes to, like I've been in ones in other states and they get a little bit, it's just, the setup isn't great. The venue isn't, all that great. Just something about this one. Everyone's here. It feels very, this one and New Jersey are up there for me.
Definitely felt like almost like a college homecoming, which I have yet to.
Oh yeah,
see
it's
too, by the way,
definitely
but-
like a reunion.
Yeah, it's like a reunion
It
just because
truly is.
so many people I connected with via social media or had been on the podcast
Right.
or watched the podcast. And,
Or even that you just saw their porn and you're like, oh shit,
especially
what's up?
that, for sure.
So that's always a cool thing.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Now, when we were talking before we started rolling, you told me last night you shot an anal scene.
I did.
Okay, so first of all, how did that go?
It went great. It was really cool. I can't wait for everyone to see it. I don't know if I want to like give up the plot or anything.
On a scale of 1 to 10, it was a number 2.
Amazing.
That was-
Oh my god, no way! It was like a 20.
All right, number 2 isn't like anal. But speaking of which, I want to know, when you do an anal scene, does it affect your pooping the next day or going forward?
Sometimes, just depending on like you really gotta fast and just do the liquids like the day before. So
I
then
see.
you really after you like clean out, you gotta do an enema and all that. You gotta fuck yourself in the ass
Yeah.
for a while. Get yourself relaxed.
Because that's never been something I'm into in my personal life, or never been like high on my porn search list.
Oh really? Okay.
But I want to know your experience with it. I've never really talked about that this much on the show.
I mean, yeah, it doesn't. It could be a little uncomfortable, but it's nothing crazy. It's really nothing crazy. You're fine. After the next morning, after you use the bathroom, you'll be fine. You'll be fine. Just stay hydrated.
Toilet flush sound effect here.
Exactly.
For sure.
So yeah.
Now,
No, it really doesn't cause any problems because you're like completely empty.
okay.
There's nothing really.
Well, this is a
there.
good time to get into our segment, Stella. Ever too much? Has it ever been too much during a scene? Like, cut the camera, stop, like, unpleasurable. Like, you need to tap out.
It's been like unpleasurable, yeah, but I just, in my head, I'm just like, okay, I know they only need a couple more minutes of this angle, or and I'm just like start counting in my head, and then I'm like, okay, but never to the point where I've had to be like, okay, no, I can't do it,
Yeah.
knock on wood, because
That's not wood.
happens, for
I
sure.
don't know what material this table's made out of. Knock on wood over there. All right. I had a karate instructor growing up. His name was Robert, and he had this saying that was like, mind over matter.
Oh, yeah.
You don't mind, so it don't matter.
It doesn't matter, exactly.
Okay, cool. Who are some of the performers you've collabed with this weekend?
I collabed with Finny. I collabed with
My boy.
Adam Christopher, for Thick.com, which I'm really excited for that scene. That was a really good one.
They need to get down with the Thiccness.
Oh,
Some
hell
name,
yeah, they really are out here, Who else did I collab with? Oh my goodness, it's in my brain.
You've done that many, huh?
Oh my gosh, yeah, I had
Action-packed.
I had weekend.
Quite the eventful weekend, yes.
Even clearly, given my lack of speech right now, I don't even have the words. It's been a long weekend, for sure.
No doubt. Who are some people
Yeah.
you would want to work with in the future?
Who are some people I want to work with in the future? Oh my gosh. You see, this is a tough one because it's just honestly, granted the opportunity, fuck yeah, let's go. You know what I mean? Let's
Yeah.
do it.
So it's like if you can like just get the opportunity, you'll take it.
Oh yeah,
No matter, as long as the person has like a clean reputation.
Usually, yeah, for sure.
No doubt.
You know, giving the variety. I love the variety. You know, it's always good. You don't want to have too much of one thing. I noticed there for a while, I was like starting to just be known for, you know, this or that. And so now I'm really trying to like Stella 2.0 it and just do everything.
Stella 2.0.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because you don't want to get pigeonholed as just like you
Yeah.
only shoot boy-girl scenes or you only do strip teases, etc.
Right.
Okay. You don't want to get locked into one particular genre.
So that's why I'm glad this Exxxotica, you know, like, has helped me. I've been able to shoot a lot of stuff that, you know, I haven't before. Not necessarily haven't before, but yeah, I guess really haven't before. And, you know, it's going to be good because moving forward, it's just going to keep me doing different things.
For sure.
You know?
Now, has your career in the adult business affected your personal love life?
Oh, yeah.
For sure. How
Yeah,
so?
my personal love life, there is, you know, like, I mean, you know, it's, in the past anyway, you can't, it's hard. They're either with it or they're not, you know?
Yeah, I can only imagine.
So,
I mean, me coming from the vanilla world, I think no matter what, sex worker or civilian, you know, for singles, dating fucking sucks. You know, it's
yeah.
just, there's too many options.
There's too many
You know,
options.
technology kind of got in the way, and like,
technology gets in the way. Another thing is people that, you know, they either like love that you're like doing it and they're like, they have like the fan aspect and it's like, and then it's like, oh no, like, you know, so then they want you to like stop doing your job, which is like crazy because it's like, wait, you met me doing this, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and then there goes your income to be with this person. And
Yeah,
then,
which would never, I would never.
No.
That's one thing, you know, gotta stay true to.
on top of XXX content, is there any like safe for work content that you publish?
Safer work? Other than my Instagram stories, not really.
Not really. Okay.
No.
Are there any like talents we don't know about?
Any talents you don't know about? No. You can pretty much see them all on the internet.
Okay. Got some Thoughtalicious in the front. Hold up, for time's getting rough, man. It looked like niggas rolling. Porsche parked outside. Here we go. All the packs. Okay. Eights in the baby bottle. Sour Patch Kids. Fuck the money if you love me, honey. Homie, run it up. Oh, okay.
For sure.
Yeah.
Okay. When it comes to a scene, when you're like watching it back, what's your favorite thing to see yourself?
I don't like to watch myself.
Okay. Let me rephrase that then. When you're in the scene, what's your favorite thing to do?
Oh, just like be fucking obnoxious and like, you know, like really just, I don't know.
So you watch porn.
Perform.
You watch
put
porn,
on a
but
show.
yeah, put on a show like a real hoe. Yeah. Hey, so you don't watch your own porn?
I don't like to.
Okay, but you'll search like, will you ever get on X videos or Pornhub and like look at other people?
Yeah, for tips. You know, it got to the point now, you know, I know people are like, oh my gosh, I watch so much porn. For me, now it's like, I don't know, I don't want to, it's horrible, but like I'm, I guess, desensitized to it. I don't care. It doesn't do it for me. I don't, you know, I mean, like, you know, here and there, whatever, you know, I'll shoot the shit, but I'm not, it's not one of those big, huge things for me when I was younger, you know, but now, no, I'm not really, you know, I'll look at certain things or watch certain people for inspiration, if you will.
Got you.
Yeah.
How's living in New York these days?
Expensive.
Damn, yeah. I mean, I love the Big Apple, don't get me wrong,
God,
but I haven't been out there in a long time. I have a lot of family in Brooklyn and Manhattan.
Okay.
Yeah, so, you know, just the vibe of the city, you know,
Oh my
hopping on
God,
the train.
what? Being able to walk around, you know,
Walk around, yeah.
take the subway anywhere, and then your whole day, you know, you're like, where did the time go? And you just had so much fun just roaming the streets and, you know, window shopping, grabbing a coffee. It's just, can't go wrong.
Just the whole culture of being a New Yorker is just like fire.
The air, everything.
And I also really admire how like that's part of your porn persona.
my New York.
Yeah, New York. I mean, that's really who you are, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that. Okay. I love that. I love
Well,
that. I love that.
Let's
Okay.
get into our segment, Skin Deep Tattoo Admiration. One that I saw on you that I'll have to show a picture of is the
Miss
one
Mia Wallace?
Miss Mia Wallace, yeah, from Pulp Fiction. It's one of our favorite movies.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I'm the biggest Tarantino fan.
For sure. What's your personal favorite tattoo?
Mia.
That's it.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah.
I think
I
like
know.
no matter what, she always will be. No matter how many, like I intend to get so many more tattoos, but I think that just that she's fucking dope.
Yeah. Before we met face to face, I don't think I had noticed that before.
Wow, that's interesting.
Before we wrap this, Stella, I want to know, what is the biggest misconception of a XXX content creator or sex worker?
One in the chamber exits to your dome. We some serpents slid through, written in your home. Stuck out in and I'm steady breaking bones. Don't try to say, don't reach for your phone. Every day, Robert call me on my other zone. Been a G since a young and now I'm fucking grown. We some underground demons unknown. Not forget we exist, no we ain't in the room. To your dome, you alone. Every day, getting paid, fuck I say. Hit the ass on the motherfucking ashtray. Still got in, I fuck around and find out. We don't play, nobody tell you ain't an upgrade. Now that I'm say before you let it spray. You gon' let it spray, your body gon' be stone cold, just like how they play. In the back, got my motherfucking Chevrolet. Today was your motherfucking last day.
Oh, that we just sit around and fuck all the time. That we have no depth, that, we're not real people, that we're just, I would say that would be the biggest misconception because, it's like, first of all, we all have lives, outside of this. We all, have our little hobbies. We all, do what everyone else does. It's just, we're just sucking dick on camera. We're just, kicking people in the balls. We're just, out here having fun and doing, what a lot of people wish they could do. And I have a lot of my girlfriends tell me that all the time, like, girl, if it wasn't for my family, if it wasn't for this, that, and the third, I would do it. And it's like, I know, it really sucks. I just, it occurred to me one day that, like, I didn't give a fuck, and I really wanted to get out of my comfort zone, if you will, and try it out. And so I did that, and here I am today, 10 years later.
For sure. Now, what's your biggest source of revenue in all of this whole spectrum?
Sometimes paid shoots. Sometimes, it fluctuates for me. Mm-hmm. Some months I'll have a bunch of paid shoots. Some months I won't even have one. So, those months I'll have to rely on cam and, pushing my OnlyFans, ManyVids, et cetera, et cetera. But I'm building a website right now, so everything's just going to be all there, StellaCarterXXX.com. So, I think that's going to be the big
It's on its
one.
way.
It's on its way, yeah.
Going back to something important you mentioned is, like, the thing that they think all you do is fuck.
Oh, yeah.
The truth of the matter is like, in the beginning, me coming from stand-up comedy and then, like, previously just interviewing music artists, it was like, okay, well, the handful of porn stars in there would kind of be, like, the punchline. Like, ooh, here's me talking to this porn star, and I'm Thiccness protection program, so it's always BBW, right? With me, at least. But yeah, then it kind of opened my eye to this whole community of people you could create with and tap in with, and then the most interesting conversations that I've found myself having with you guys are the ones that aren't about sex.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy? People really think, like, oh my God, what's the craziest thing you've done? Listen, you've probably done like the other person. You've probably done crazier than me. I mean, not me, but, the average person. There are so many people that, like, are in a lifestyle in their own personal life that they have this, like, side to them, and they can't release it. They can't share it with the world. We get the opportunity to share it with the world.
Right.
So I think that's the cool.
No doubt. So let's go down in the DM, Stella. What is the craziest, funniest, most out-of-pocket DM or email you have ever received?
Oh, I mean, I've got them all, but, like, I'll give one that's really stood out. So, like, I went to a very... Okay, let me put it this way. Like, the Real Housewives of New Jersey?
Sure.
You know, like Teresa Giudice?
No, I don't. I'm not familiar with like the cast.
Okay, well, yeah, okay. Anyway, a lot of people might know. I grew up in like that like in her hometown. So
Okay.
yeah, that's where I grew up. So it's a very like, you know, suburban, waspy area. And I wasn't like the pretty popular girl, you know, like it was all like the blonde hair, like
Yeah,
girls
because
that
I
were,
was kind of wondering, have you always been plus size?
I mean, like always been like thick, but like,
That.
you know,
Yeah.
yeah, but like I was never like, you know, like the cheerleader or whatever. And I have like the captain of like the football team. This is just a couple years ago. Oh yeah, I have the captain of the football team in my DMs being like, "Oh yeah, like I have the biggest crush on you." Da 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 da. And I'm like, "Who is it?" He's like, "Oh no, like I can't tell you because you'll tell everyone." Mind you, like I haven't been like lived in my hometown for 10 years, you know? So it's like I'm not telling anyone, you know? I just want to know, like, who is it? And he finally said, and I was like, oh my God, like, that's crazy, you know? Like, you wouldn't fuck me back then, you know?
Damn. Oh, so he waited till you joined the industry, but he was
Waited
looking
till
at
I
that ass
joined the
before.
industry. Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
And it's like, damn, you know? Like, I would have gave you a shot back then. I definitely would have let him hit it.
Wow.
Yeah.
To you, what's the sexiest feature about yourself?
My ass. My ass and my
True.
face.
I'd say the lips.
Yeah. Okay,
No.
thanks.
Okay. Well, Stella, thank you so much for getting down with the thickness.
Oh my God, well, absolutely. Thank you for
Get your headlighting
letting
the
me
weekend.
get down with the
Yeah. Headlighting this weekend because it's the final interview before I go home to LA.
Woo!
So, yeah. Well, why don't you tell them where they can follow you and go check out all that content of yours?
Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, I would say the easiest place to follow me is Twitter, Stella Carter XXX. Instagram, I'm Stella_Carter with 4 R's at the end. StellaCarterXXX.com coming soon. OnlyFans, Stella Carter XXX. Many vids, Stella Carter XXX.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. This has been Thiccness. You can make sure you are subscribed to youtube.com/palmofficial. Make sure you are following on Instagram at the Thiccness Protection Program. Twitter and TikTok is at Thiccness Pro. And Spotify, make sure you're following the podcast there as well. Thiccness Protection Program.
Spotify, I love it.
Stella Carter, thank you for getting down with the thickness. Hey,
you
say
for
it with
having
me.
me.
We want thickness. We want thickness. We want thickness. We want thickness.
thickness.